Yeah.
Test one, two, 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 two. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas, not knowing that them handcuffs custom made to fit. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in a cup, back and forth to court. Found the DC school, I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and I started running fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. It's UPK until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jam. Shit, I needed help. But Swan was locked up and the judge put man.
Shalom. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, underneath Commander General Yohanan. We are not affiliated or associated with any other Israelite group. Today is Sabbath service here in South Carolina. We're going to start with Israel. Mike.
La Shala.
La Yashala. We're going to go with the scrolls. All right, sorry, we're going to turn and face the east. Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemaya. Kodash. Ayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakwutka. Kaba'ah. Ratazayka. Ayah. Asha. Barataza. Kawa. Ayah. Bashamayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakam. Call. Yawam. Wasalak Lanawa. Kabawak Yanawa. Kasalak Nawa. Kabawak Yanawa. Wala'ah. Baba'ayanawa. Banasaya Ball, Awashayanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwaf, Wahala, Wahataparif, Lawalam, Aman.
What we just said in the English was, our
Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Thy
kingdom come.
Kingdom come.
Will be done.
Will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
As
we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
Lead us not.
Into temptation.
But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom.
The
power. And the glory.
Forever.
So be it. Amen.
Hakak the power. Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua. Babu Kashab. Natan Lanawa. Akak. Larpa'ah. Kamalaka. Wakal. Marawa. Akak. Lapahar. Amatazorium. Akak. Ahakwim. Amathium. Akak. Al-Rakawaf. Amatala. Lagarshim. Bashim Yahushua. The water. Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
The water. Bless Israel. Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua. Barak Nawa. Washarala. Wayabayaf. Saparium. Barak Rapa'ah. Magan. Hagan. All of Israel. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers.
The young men. The sisters. The children. Students. All of Israel.
Bashim Yahushua. The water. Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Bless us in Israel. In the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect.
Our loved ones. In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121.
Asha'ah,
Asha'ah,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Ahorium,
Ahorium,
Ma'ayana,
Ma'ayana,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Azoria,
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 Ma'aim,
Ma'aim,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ashah,
Ashah,
Shemayim,
Shemayim,
Baratazah,
Baratazah,
Ayatan,
Ayatan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalyaka,
Regalyaka,
Ayanawam,
Ayanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hanala'ah,
Hanala'ah,
Nanawam,
Nanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yashashan,
Yashan,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Yasharala,
Yasha'ah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazakah,
Tazakah,
Ayad, Ayad,
Tazayaka,
Tazalka,
Tazayaka,
Ayad,
Ayay,
Yamyanka,
Yamyanka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'ah,
Yalaha,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wakarak,
Wakarak,
Balayala,
Layala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Shamarka,
Makal Rai,
Karai,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Af, Napashka,
Nakapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Tazatka,
Tazaka,
Wabawatka,
Wabawaka,
Mata,
Ma'ata,
Wada,
Ma'ada,
Awalam.
Awalam. What we just said in the English was, I would lift up my eyes
Lift up my eyes
unto the
to
hills,
the hills,
from whence come my help.
which cometh my help.
My help come from
My
Yahweh,
help cometh from
which
Yahweh,
made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee without slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor
he
sleep.
that keepeth Israel will neither slumber or sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Thou is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
Thou is thy
hand.
shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by
The
day,
sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by
nor
night.
the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all
Yahweh
evil.
shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Thou shalt preserve thy going out
and thy coming
and
in
thy coming in.
from this time forth
This time forth
and even
and even
forevermore.
forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Allahayim,
Al-Damayah.
Al-Damayah,
Laka.
Akak,
Al-Thakarash.
Atakarash,
Wa'al.
Wa'al,
Shakwat.
Takwa,
All.
All.
Kayahana.
Yanaha,
Awabadyaka.
Ayaobayaka,
Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash,
Al-Makah.
Al-Makah,
Yamrawab.
Yamrawad,
Sawada.
Sawada,
Wayatha.
Wayatha,
Yatazawa.
Yatazayawa,
Al-Tazawayankyaka.
Ayatazawayaka,
Amrawa.
Amrawa,
Lakawa.
Lakawa,
Wanakakadam.
Wanakakidim,
Magawa. Magaya.
Makaya,
Wala'a.
Wala'a,
Yazakar. Yazakar.
Yazakar,
Sham.
Sham.
Nasharala.
Yasha'al,
Awada.
Awada,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Nawatazawa.
Yatazayawa,
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Wakad,
Alyalka.
Al-Alya,
Bariyaf.
Bariyah,
Yakarwadwa.
Akarwad,
Ahalya. Ahalya.
Ahalya,
Arawam.
Arawam,
Wa.
Wa,
Yashimai.
Yashima,
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Mawaba.
Mawaba,
Wagariam.
Wagariam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wamawan.
Wamawan.
Wamalak.
Wamalak.
Palashat.
Palashat,
Aim.
Aim.
Yashabyaka.
Yashabyaka.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam.
Gam,
Ashawar.
Ashawar,
Alawa.
Balawan,
Imam.
Aman,
Ayawa.
Ayawa,
Zarawad.
Zarawad,
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat,
Salah.
Salah,
Asha.
Ashab,
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kabadian.
Labad.
Banakol.
Banakol.
Kakwashwan.
Kakwashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Hashematwa,
Ba'ayan.
Ba'ayan.
Dara.
Dara,
Hayawa.
Hayawa,
Daman.
Daman.
Larama.
Larama,
Yasham Tamwa.
Sham Yatampwa,
Nada.
Nadab,
Yamawa.
Yamawa,
Karab.
Karab,
Waza'aba.
Wazakaba,
Waza'abak.
Wazakaba,
Wakadazal.
Watakazal,
Mana'ah.
Mana'ah,
Call.
Call,
Nasayam Kamwa.
Nasakamwa,
Ashar.
Ashar,
Amarka.
Amarka,
Nashara. Shah. Nayarasha.
Nashara,
Nayarasha.
Nayarasha,
Lanawa.
Lanamwa,
Af.
Af,
Na'awaf.
Na'awaf.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Sayatamwa.
Sayatamwa.
Kagaya.
Gaya.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Raka'ah.
Raka'ah.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Kaba'arya. Ira.
Taba Arya, Arya,
Wakalaba.
Wakalaba,
Talahat.
Talahat,
Hayara.
Hayara,
Salaki. Harayam.
Arayam,
Khan.
Khan.
Tharadakma.
Tharadakma.
Basa'arika.
Basa'arika.
Wasaba.
Wasaba.
Wapaka,
Wapaka,
Dabahalama,
Dabahalama,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyahama,
Panyahama,
Balawan,
Balawan,
Wayabashwa,
Wayabashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Bahalya,
Yahweh,
Aya'id,
Aya'id,
Waya Kaparwa,
Waya Kapawa,
Waya Abadwa,
Waya Badwa,
Waya Dawa,
Wadawa,
Kaya'atha,
Hayahata,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahweh,
Labadwa,
Labadwa,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Akol,
Akol,
Arataza.
Arataza. What we just said in the English was, keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace,
And be not still.
and be not
O
still.
Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Below thy enemies.
below thy enemies,
Make a tumult.
make a
And
tumult,
they that hate thee.
and they that hate thee,
And lifted up the head.
and lifted up their
They
head.
have taken crafty
They
counsel
have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
They consulted against thy
They
hidden ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation.
from being a
That
nation.
the name of Israel
Name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee,
tabernacles of
the
Edom,
tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites
Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
Amalek,
the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of
with the
Tyre.
inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined
Ashur
with
is
them.
also joined with
They are
them.
hoping the children of
They have
Lot.
hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the
as
Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as the Syrian,
as to
as the
Jabin,
Jabin,
at the brook of
at the
Kassan,
brook of Kassan,
which perished at
which
Endor.
perished at
They
Endor.
became as dung
They
for the
became
earth.
a dung of the earth.
Make their nobles like a
Make the
red,
nobles like a red,
and like Zael,
and like Zeah,
and all their princes as
and all the
Zabah,
princes of Ah,
and as
and
Zamuna,
as Amunah,
who said,
who
Let
said,
us take to
Let
ourselves
us take to
the
ourselves
houses of Yahweh
the
in
houses of
possession.
Yahweh in possession.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
make them like a wheel.
make them like a wheel,
As the stumble before
as
the
the
wind.
stumble before the wind,
As the fire burneth the
as the
wood.
fire that burneth the wood,
As the flame set the
as
mountains
the
on
flame
fire.
that set the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them with thy
So
tempest.
persecute them with thy tempest,
And make them afraid
and
with thy
make them
storm.
afraid with a storm.
Fill thy faces with shame.
Fill thy faces with shame,
That they may seek thy
they
name.
may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded.
let them be confounded
in trouble.
and trouble
Forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame.
let them be put to shame
And perish.
and perish,
That men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone,
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
are the most high,
most high,
over all the
over
earth.
all the earth.
Sorry. That, right. One more time. All right, be seated. We're about to begin Sabbath service, man.
Okay, sir.
We're going to be back in the book of Genesis, chapter 41,
42, sir.
42.
Come. Genesis 42, out of the Tanakh, the Hebrew. Wayara'ah, Ya'quab, Kaya, Yasha, Shabar, Bamatazariyam, Wayamara, Ya'quab, Labanaya, Lamaha, Tha Ra'awa, verse 2, Wa'a Yamara, Kana Hayaha, Shama'ataya, Kaya, Yasha, Shabar, Bama Tazariyam, Aradawa, Shema, Wayashabarawa, Lanawa, Masham, Wana Kaya, Wala'a, Namawath, verse 3, Waya Radawa, Athaya, Salakit, Akaya. Salakia. Akaya. Wayasap. Asha Ra'a. Lasha Bara. Bara. Mama Tazarium. Verse 4. Wa'af. Bana Yama Yan. Akaya. Wayasap. La'a. Shalaka. Ya'aikwab. Af. Aka. Yawa. Kaya. Amara. Pana, upon, Slakia. Yakwa Ra'a Nawa. Asa 1. Verse 5. Waya Ba'awa. Banaya. Yasha Ra'ala. Yasharala, Slakia. La Sha Bara. Batha Wak. Ha Ba'ayam. Kaya. Hayaha. Ha Ra'aib. Ba Arataza. Kana Kana'ain. Verse 6. Waya. Wasap. Waya. Wasap. Slakia. Hawa'a. Ha. Shalayat. I'll. Ha. Arataza. Hawa'a. Hama Shabaya. Alakala. I'm. Ha Arataza. Waya Ba'awa. Akaya. Yawa Sap. Waya Shata. Kawawa. La Wa. Apayam. Aratazawa. Aratazaha. In verse 7. Wayara'a. Yawa Sap. Af. Aka. Yawa. Wayakaram. Wayathanakara. Alaya Hayam. Waya Dabar. Atham. Kusha Waf. Waya Amara. Lahayam. Ma'a Yan. Ba'a. The Yam. Wa'a Mara. Rawa. Ma'arataza. Kana Ain. Lasha Bara. Akala. That's it, sir.
All right, Kyle, we're going to go to the English.
Genesis 42, verse 1. King James Version, out of the Bible. When Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, why do you look upon one another?
Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back 7 verses until 41. So we can get a better understanding of what's going on and where we're at. Because last week, if you wasn't in class, we left off at when Joseph began to get power in Egypt. Mm-hmm. Joseph pretty much became the vice president in Egypt.
That's right.
So we're just going to go back just a little bit to get y'all a better understanding on where we at and what's going on right now.
Come, sir. Genesis 41 and 51. And Joseph called the name of his first. Let's go back to 50. Sir. And unto Joseph were born 2 sons before the years of famine came, when Asenath and the daughter of Potipharah, priest of Onan, bare unto him.
So now Joseph, he's been in Egypt for so long.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in Egypt for what? When he came in, he was like 17 years old when he went into captivity. And he began to get power in Egypt in his 30s. So, he's been in Egypt for almost 15, 16 years.
It says back on 46, it says, and Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Yeah, so he's been in there 20 plus years, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now he's in Egypt and he's having his first 2 children.
I'm kind, sir.
You go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind, sir. And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh, for God said it, for the Most High said it.
So he named his first son Manasseh.
Yes, sir.
Today, the Manassites would be the so-called Cubans.
Yeah, sir.
You know what I'm saying? This is their father. This is where they come from. They originate from, their lineage.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Manasseh, for the Most High said, he have made me forget all my toil and all my father's house. Verse 52, and the name of the second son was called Ephraim.
Ephraim. Mm-hmm. His second son's name was Ephraim. Ephraim is who you would so-call today called the Puerto Ricans.
Sir.
Go ahead.
For the Most High have caused me to be fruitful in the land of affliction.
Right.
And the 7 years of the plenteous that was in the land of Egypt were ended.
So now, those years of Egypt flourishing had ended.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're about to find out what's about to happen next.
Mm-hmm.
You go ahead.
Verse 54, and the 7 years of dearth became to come according as Joseph had said.
So now them 7 years of famine are starting to hit. Just like Joseph said, just like Joseph had prophesied.
Mm-hmm.
Those 7 years are starting to happen. Those 7 years of famine where there would be no food around or no crops growing around the other lands but Egypt. You know what I'm saying? It was going to be a famine in the earth. Mm-hmm. Not just in this land right here, but in the earth. Mm-hmm. There was going to be a famine. There was not going to be any food in the earth at all. Because what people don't understand is you can't feed animals if you don't have crops.
That's right.
You can't feed your animals if you don't have crops. You can't feed your people if you don't have crops. A nation can't flourish if people can't eat.
That's right.
How can you go to war if you're starving?
That's right.
How can you work a job if you're starving?
That's right. Sir.
You got to go ahead up.
And when all of the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread.
So now the famine is starting to sink in. So everybody's crying to Pharaoh. I mean, they're moaning. They're going through hard times, pain, heartache. People coming to Pharaoh. Pharaoh, we have no bread. We have no food. We have nothing. Go ahead.
And Pharaoh said unto all the Egyptians, go unto Joseph.
Go to who?
Joseph.
Go to that Hebrew Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Go to Joseph, who Pharaoh elected and made vice president over the whole Egypt. I'm just saying vice presidents just so you can get a better reference on what type of title Joseph had in Egypt. Pharaoh would be the so-called president. He's the Pharaoh over the whole land of Egypt. Now you got Joseph, who's his second in charge. And this is what people don't understand. With this famine that happened, guess what else happens? Egypt is going to become a superpower. Egypt is going to become a superpower. Because guess what? If everybody has to come to you for everything, that's going to build your nation.
That's right.
You're going to get rich.
That's right.
You're going to get powerful and you're going to begin to rule. So now y'all starting to get a better understanding on how Egypt became a superpower in the earth during their time in their reign. Go ahead.
Verse 56. And the famine was all over the face. Sir. Go unto Joseph what he saith to you to do. And verse 56. And the famine was all over the face of the earth. And Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold unto the Egyptians. And the famine waxed sore in the land of Egypt.
So now Joseph is starting to sell the bread and the crops that he has. He's selling it to the Egyptians because nobody else has anything.
I ain't got nothing.
Joseph was a wise man. You know what I'm saying? And Pharaoh knew he was wise. That's why Pharaoh put him in charge. You know what I'm saying? Because now Joseph is feeding Egypt pretty much. You know, he's not even from Egypt, but he's feeding the people of Egypt. He had all of those things stored up for those 7 years, and now he's able to give people in Egypt everything that they need.
That's right.
Go ahead, Op.
Verse 56, and the famine was all over the face of Egypt. And Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold all the Egyptians, and the famine waxed sore into the land of Egypt. Verse 57, and all the countries came into Egypt to Joseph for to buy corn.
So read that again.
And all the countries came unto Egypt to Joseph for to buy corn.
So all the countries came to Joseph, man. All of those countries that are round about, they all came to Joseph for crops. That means everybody around Egypt, the outskirts of Egypt, they're coming here for food now, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get a powerful nation. When everybody, you might not never want to go to Egypt, but you got to go to Egypt now. Because guess what? This is the only place who has food.
That's right.
So now you got to make your way down there. You got to march through the city like everybody else is doing. And you got to go get your food, man.
That's right. And
Joseph was making Egypt a superpower. You go ahead, Al.
Verse 42. I'm sorry, Salakia. Chapter 42, where we begin.
Come.
Now when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt.
Now Jacob, which is Joseph's father.
Right. Come.
Also the father of blacks, Hispanics, and our forefather of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. When he found out that there was corn in Egypt, go ahead.
Found out there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, why do you look unto one another?
Right, they're looking at one another because they're confused. They don't know what to do. They're just looking at each other like, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? What's the plan? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 2, and he said, behold, I have heard that there is corn in Egypt. Get ye down thither, and buy for us from thence.
Right, now their father's telling them, he's telling them, go down to Egypt. Go get what we need. Go get food. He said, I've heard that there's corn in Egypt. Y'all go down there and get the food. Go ahead.
Thither buy for us from thence, that we may live.
That we may what?
We may live.
That's the only way you can live, man. You got to have food to survive, man.
Food. Come, sir.
You got to have food. Their father told them, man, get up and go down to Egypt and get us food, man.
Come, sir.
That's also the benefits of having a lot of sons, man.
Come.
You know, your sons can do a lot of things for you that you might not want your daughter to do. And it's just one thing. Go get food. Go make that journey down to Egypt and get this and get that. Go ahead, Up.
That we may live and not die. And Joseph, 10 brethren, went down to buy corn in Egypt.
Right, and all 10 of the brothers, they went down to Egypt to get their corn, man. They might not have wanted to, but they did. Go ahead.
But Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Jacob sent not with his brethren.
Right, Benjamin being the youngest brother, they didn't send him. They didn't send him down there with the brothers, man, because this is a dangerous journey. You know, you can only imagine how things were back then. Imagine walking around in the land when there's a famine going on. Imagine if there's a famine in America right now, right?
That's right.
And let's say you got to go to Atlanta.
Right.
Would you want to send one of your young children down there with your oldest children, your oldest sons, to go down there to Atlanta? You're going to tell them to stay behind, and you're going to send the oldest sons, the ones who are more experienced, the ones that, you know, that know a thing or two about being out here. You're not going to send your young men, your young son out there.
That's right, sir.
Go ahead.
But Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Joseph sent not with his brethren, for he said, lest peradventure mischief befall them.
That's like I just said.
You know
what I'm saying? If something happened to him, you know, let's make sure you don't go. You the younger brother. I need somebody to carry on this lineage. Let's come on. It's like not saying to that, but he just saying like I don't want to send my youngest son. You know, he already lost. He already lost Joseph, so he thinks
Mm-hmm.
So the last thing he wants to do is send his other young son down there to get killed too, also,
sir.
just in case. You got it?
And the sons of Israel came to buy corn among those that came, for the famine was in the land of Canaan.
Wow. Famine was everywhere, even where we were. We was in the land of Canaan during this time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they had hit us right then. Go ahead.
And Joseph was the governor over the land, and it was that sold to all the people of the land.
So Joseph was the governor of this land, Egypt, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was the man. He was the one you had to talk to when you wanted something, man.
Mm-hmm.
You had to come to him. He's the right hand of the Pharaoh. You can't speak to Pharaoh unless you speak to him first, man. Go ahead.
And Joseph's brethren came and bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth.
Now Joseph had prophesied this back a couple scriptures.
That's right.
He had a vision, and he told his brothers, one day y'all would come bow down to me. And they began to hate him for this.
That's right.
They began to hate him for what he was prophesying to them. It got to the point where even his father had to check him on it. Like, boy, what the hell? You telling us that me and your mother gonna bow down to you too?
That's right.
What the hell wrong with you? So
that's right.
His brothers, they were so angry with him that they sold him into slavery and lied to their father and told him that he had died.
Sir.
You go ahead, Up.
That's what was that? Oh. And Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them.
So now Joseph, they thought Joseph was dead. But guess what? He's not dead.
Mm-mm.
But Joseph, seeing his brother when they came into Egypt, he knew who they were, but they didn't know who he was. Because you got to understand, he's not a little teenager anymore.
No.
He's a grown man. He's not 17 years old anymore.
Sir.
Now he's a grown man, and now he's not even dressing like how he would dress if he was with his father.
That's right.
He's dressing like an Egyptian.
Sir.
When you seen him, he was dressed like an Egyptian. He probably had Egyptian apparel on. It's no different than somebody being an American and being in a high position. You know, these days, brothers would wear suits and ties and shave all their hair off their face. You got to remember, they made Joseph shave up all his hair off his face. So now Joseph doesn't have a beard. He got all his facial hair shaved off. He doesn't look like the same person. When you look at him, you would think he's an Egyptian. Go ahead.
What was that? And Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them, but made himself strange unto them.
Right. He seemed strange to them because he didn't tell them who he was. Go ahead.
And spake roughly unto them.
Oh, he was talking crap to his brothers. You know what I'm saying? He was hardcore on them.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you imagine you come down to Egypt to get corn, and the main person you got to come talk to is talking horrible to you. No, he's being very rough with his words to you. Just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? You like, damn, man, what's going on? He talking, what we like to say, he's talking crap to you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them, whence come ye? And they said, from the land of Canaan to buy food.
He asked them, where y'all coming from? Where did y'all come from? They told him, we came from the land of Canaan. We just come here to buy food.
Sir.
And they trying to figure out, why is he acting the way like we don't even know this man? Why is he so rough with us, man? What did we do to him? That was it on that?
That was it, sir.
We're going to go back to the Hebrew, to the Tanakh.
Sir. We're going to go Genesis 42 and verse 8 out of the Tanakh, the Hebrew Bible. The Hebrew. Salaki. Wayakar, Yawasap, Af, what is this? Akayawa, Wahayama, La'a, Hakarahaiwa, verse 9. Waya Zakara, Wayasap, Af, Ha, Kalama, Waf, Ashar, Kalam. Laham. 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 Yeah, Laham. Wa'a Lamara. Alhayam. Mawagalayam. Atham. Lara Awaf. Af. I Rawaf. Ha Arataza. Ba'a Thumb. Verse 10. Wa'a Amarawa. Alawa. Ala Yawa. La'a Adanaya. Wa'a Badayak. Ba'awa. Lasha Bara. Akal. Verse 11. Kala Nawa. Banaya. Ayash. Akad. Naka. Naka Dawa. Kadayam. Anaka. Nawa. La'a. Hayawa. Aboda. Yaka. Mara Galayam. Verse 11. Wa'a Mara Alahayam. La'a Kaya Arawath. Ha Arataza. Ba'atham. Lara Awaf. Verse 13. Waya Alamarawa. Ashana Yam. Ashar. Abadayak. Aka Yam. Anaka. Nawa. Banaya. Asha. Akad. Ba'arataza. Kana'ain. Wa ha naha. Aqua. Tan. Af. Abaya. Nawa. Haya. Kwam. Wakwa alakad. Aya nanawa. Verse 14. Waya amara alahayam. Yawasab. Haya'a ashar. Dabarathaya alakam. La'a Mara Galayama Athayam Atham Salakia. That's it, sir.
Alright, we're gonna go back to the English.
Back to the English. King James Version of the Bible. Genesis 42, verse 15. Okay, Slakin. Hereby we shall be proved by the life of Pharaoh, ye shall not go forth hence.
It's 42:7 or 42:8.
What was that?
He was in 42. We started at 42.
42 and what did I ended up? 15. I'm Slakia, sir. 42 and 8, Slakia, sir. Slakia, sir. And Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew him not.
Right, they didn't know Joseph, man. Go ahead.
And Joseph remembered the dreams which he dreamed of them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Joseph remembered.
That's right.
He remembered. And guess what? What he dreamed came to happen. What he seen came to happen, man.
Common concept.
his brothers coming to him and kneeling before him, it came to pass, man.
Mm-hmm.
This will be called a prophecy.
God.
It came to happen. Go ahead.
And said unto them, ye are spies.
Ye are what?
Spies.
Sheesh. Now you done came into the land, you hungry. The first thing this man tell you is,
Spies.
oh, y'all some spies.
God with God, sir.
I don't trust y'all. Y'all are spies. Go ahead.
To see the nakedness of the land, ye are come.
So now he's telling them the only reason y'all came is just to see how bare this land is. Just to see what we got. That's the only reason y'all here.
That's right.
Y'all just came here to spy, creep around, to see what we got, because y'all some spies.
Sir. In verse 10, and they said unto him, nah, my Lord, but to buy food are thy servants come.
All right, they tell him like, nah, man, we're not spies. We honestly came here just to get food. Go ahead.
Verse 11, we are all one man's sons.
Right, and he's telling them that we come from one father, all of us, all 10 of us, we come from one man. We come from one father, man. Go ahead.
We are true men. Thy servants are no spies.
All right, he said, we are truly the men who we say we are. We ain't no spies, man. You got to understand, this is the vice president telling you that you're a spy. Imagine if a vice president came to you and your brothers and said, y'all a bunch of spies, man. Y'all just came here to do this and do that. First thing that's going to come to your mind is, like, this man could put us to death.
That's right.
He has that power. He could put us to death right now if he wanted, because he has that type of power and authority.
That's right.
We come to Egypt to get food, and the first thing he tells us is, we're a bunch of spies, man.
Spies.
You can go ahead up.
Verse 12, and he said unto them, nah, but to see the next of the land ye are come. Verse 13, and they said, thy servants are 12 brethren, the sons of one man in the land of Canaan.
He said that we're 12 brothers, man. It's 12 of us, man. And we come from the land of Canaan.
God, sir.
Go ahead.
And behold, the youngest is this day with our father.
And they're talking about Benjamin, who was the youngest. He's telling them, they told Joseph, which is their brother, who they don't know.
Right.
He said, look, our youngest brother is with our father. Because Joseph has been gone for years, man.
God.
And he doesn't know that there's another brother with them, man.
God.
He doesn't know yet. Go ahead.
The youngest is with the day with our father, and one is not.
So now they're telling him that one of our brothers is with our father.
Right.
But one of them is not.
Right.
And that one brother that they're talking about is Joseph.
God.
He's the same man who they're speaking to.
God, sir.
Go ahead.
That's right. Verse 14, and Joseph said unto them, that is to say, I spake unto you, saying, ye are spies.
He's still telling them, y'all are spies,
Oh,
man.
God, sir.
I don't believe nothing y'all saying. Y'all a bunch of spies, man. Anything else on that?
Now I've got to go back to the Tanakh, sir.
Okay, come on. We're going to go back to the Tanakh.
Verse 15, 42 and 15 out of the Tanakh. Baza'ath, the ba kanawa, kaya para'ah, I'm slaki. The tazawa mazaha, kaya baba ba bawa'a, ahka yakam, hakwa tan tana, slaki, hakwa tan, hanaha, verse 16, shalakawa makayama akada wayakwa kwa wayakwa Af Akaya Slakia Aka Yakam Wa Atham Ha Sarawa Wa Ya Bakanewa Dabara Yakam Ha Maf Athaka Kam Wa Yaam La Kaya Para Aha Kaya Mara Galayam Atham, verse 17. Wa Sap Atham Allah Masha Mara Shalah Shaf, verse 18. Wa ya amara alahayam ya wasab baya wam hasha laya shaya zaaf ashawa waka yawa atha ha alahayam anaya Yara'ah, verse 19. Am Kanayam Atham Aka Aha Yakam Akad Ya'a Sarah Sar Ya'a Sarah Ba Bayaf Masha Maraka Wayatham Lakawa Ha Baya Awa Shabar Ra'ai Bawand Batha Yakam, verse 20. Wayaf Aka Yakam Hakwa Son Hakwatana Salakia Abba Ya'awa Alaya Wa'a Makawa Daba Rayakam Wala'a Thamawa Thawa Wa Ya Ashawa. Verse 21. Waya Marwa Ayash Allah Aka Waya Abal Ashamo Amashayam Anaka Nawa Ayal Aka Yanawa Ashar Ra'a Yanawa Tazaraf Nasha Wawa Baha Thaka Na Wa Alaya Nawa Wala'a Shama'a Nawa Ayal Khan Ba'aha Alaya Nawa Hatazaraha Haza'ah. That's it, sir.
I'm going to go back to the English.
Verse 15. 42 and 15 out of the English. Hereby ye shall be proved. By the life of Pharaoh ye shall not go forth hence, except your youngest brother come hither. Send one of you, and let him fetch your brother.
We read that again. Let's find out what Joseph did to his own brothers, man.
Wow.
Go ahead.
And Hereby ye shall be proved. By the life of Pharaoh ye shall not go forth thence.
So now he's telling them, this is how we're going to prove that you are not spies. By the life of Pharaoh, this is how we're going to prove that you're not spies. Go ahead.
Except your youngest brother come hither.
Ooh, except your youngest brother come here, which is Benjamin. The same brother that their father said not to bring with them to Egypt. This is how we're going to prove that y'all are not spies. Bring your brother down here, and then I know that y'all being honest, that y'all not lying. Go ahead.
Send one of you and let him fetch your brother.
He said, one of y'all go back and go get your brother and come back. Go ahead.
And ye shall be kept in prison.
Damn, he was going to throw their ass in prison. So
God.
He said, I'm going to put y'all in prison until one of y'all come back. Go ahead.
That your words may be proved.
That your words may what?
Be proved.
This is how we're going to prove your words. Go get your brother. And until you come back, the rest of them going in prison.
God, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Whether there be any truth in you, or else by the life of Pharaoh, surely ye are spies.
He's telling them, like, look, man, I believe y'all spies. I'm convinced y'all spies.
God.
Until your brother comes down here, that's what I believe. I believe y'all are spies, and nothing else is going to change my mind until you bring your brother down here. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And ye put them all together inward 3 days.
He put him in prison for 3 days. Go ahead.
Verse 18. And Joseph said unto them the 3rd day, this do and live, for I fear the Most High. If ye be true men, let one of your brethren be bound in the house of your prison.
Dang. I said, if this is true, let just one of y'all stay here and be in prison. That's all y'all got to do. Go ahead.
Bound in the house of your prison. Go ye carry corn for the famine of your houses.
All right, so now he's sending them back with corn, but he wants one of them to stay. He wants one of the brothers to stay, and he wants the rest to go back and get their younger brother Benjamin, just to prove that what they're saying is right, is real, that they're not spies. He even gave them corn and everything that they needed. Go ahead.
But bring your youngest brother unto me.
And he's telling them, bring the young brother here.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Is
That's
that a
right.
comment?
I still got
Oh, no, come, go ahead. It's like,
bring your youngest brother unto me, so shall your words be verified.
this is how we're going to verify your words. Bring your young brother, and I'll believe. All right, go ahead.
And ye shall not die.
Ooh-wee. Like I said, imagine you marching into a land just to get some food, and you get stopped by the vice president, and he tells you the only way I'm gonna let y'all leave is if you bring back your brother, your young brother.
Con, sir.
That was it on that.
No, a little bit more.
Con, so like you got it.
And they said to another, we are verily guilty. It's like concerning our brother.
And now they're guilty. They're guilty because guess what? They sold Joseph into slavery. And now they're guilty. Now they have to come to the conclusion like, yeah, guess what, y'all? Now we're guilty.
God.
They thought they was going to be able to escape that judgment, what they did to their brother.
God.
But it came back on them. And now they can't run from it. Now it don't hit the fan, but little do they know that that's their brother who they're dealing with.
That's right.
Damn, that's crazy. Brother just playing games with y'all.
That's right.
They don't even know who he is because
That's
he's
right.
dressed like an Egyptian. He looks like an Egyptian. He doesn't have a beard or anything.
Con.
They're terrified. Go ahead, you got to.
Con. Joseph, remember that dream? He said, so I'm gonna show y'all that the Most High is, that's what he said.
I told y'all.
So you gonna bow down to me?
You know how Israel is. I told y'all. I told y'all.
Right. So we are verily guilty concerning our brother, in that we saw the anguish of his soul.
Damn, man. Now they're guilty, man.
Wow.
From all them years ago, you think about that. They sold him when he was in slavery, when he was 17.
He's 30 years old now.
13 years.
And now they just had to go back. They had to remember what they did, and now they just like, damn, we wrong, y'all.
God.
Go ahead.
We saw the anguish of his soul when he besought us, and we should not hear. Therefore is the distress come up upon us.
Now they know that what they did back then to their brother Joseph, just came back on. And they know that's what this is. The guilt has finally sunk in, man. You know what I'm saying? It has sunk in, and now they just like, damn, we messed up on that one, man.
I'm kind, sir.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's it, sir.
All right, kind. So like, we're gonna call up a Shayala.
Shayala, Banyahawda, Bayashala.
Shayala, Banyahawda, Banyashala.
Yahweh Shem Al Shabrakta.
Yahweh Shem Yal Shabrakya. All right, be seated.
Oh, man. Genesis 42 and 20. 22.
Genesis 42 and 22.
Mm-hmm. See, got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why ya la?
That's a no. Why you eyeing?
Why ya ayin? Ra'awa ba na. Atasa atam. La'amara. Halawa Amara. It's like Amara ta ya. Alawa ya. Alayakam. La'amar. Al.
It's Allah.
Allah.
Like God of power.
Come good. The ka ta awa. By yala ra da wala'a shamai ya tasa the yum wagayum
Perfect.
rama wa
Damara. Damawa.
damawa ha
Hana.
hanaha hada.
Nada.
Oh, so like nada ra. Nada rush. Waha.
Tell them verse 23.
Verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Wahasa.
Wahayam. The square at the end in Hebrew. In Assyrian is an M.
Come.
Okay.
La'a. Yada.
Mm-hmm.
Yada. I. Wa.
That's it.
Kaya. Shama. I.
Shemai. That's actually Shemai. It's like
Yawa Sak Kaya Amalaya
Tazah.
Tazak Baya
Bayana.
Bayanata Ma
Yeah, yeah. Bayanatham.
Bayat Mathum Waya Sa Waya Sab Ma'ai Laya Ha Slagi Ma'ai Laya Ha Yum Waya Ba Ra Waya Shab Allah Yum Allah Yum Waya Ba
Bayada.
Waya Da Bara Allah Yum Waya Kwa
Wayakwa.
That's a ka. Waya Kwa Ma'ata Ma Ata Shamai Wa
Shamawan.
Waya Sarah Atawa La'ai Yada Yaha Waya Taza Wa Yawasa
Yeah. That's like Joseph.
Okay. Waya Ma La'a Wa Ata Kalaya Ham Bara something like it. Walaha Shayam Kasa Tayaha
Kasapa Yaham.
Kasa Pa Yaham
Yeah, that's a P there.
Ayasha Allah Shakwa Wa Walaha Ha Lahaim Tazada Ha Ladara Ladara Waya Aisha Laham Laham Kataza
Khan.
That's lucky. Verse 26. Waya Sha Awa Ata Shabaram Shabaram Allah
That's Isle. It's like of or on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The word Isle means on.
Okay.
Okay.
Kamara Ya Thumb
Kamara Yaham.
Kamara Yaham Wayala Kawa Masha
Wait, yeah, verse
Mashama
27.
right here,
Verse 27, right?
right at the end of 26.
Okay, go ahead.
Masha it's like
Masham.
verse 27. Waya Pa it's like Waya Ta
Wayapa.
oh it's like Waya Pa Taka Halaka Ra
That's
Ata
no. Ha'a Kad. That's a D on the end there.
Ha'akad. Ata. Shakwa. Wa. La tata. Masa pa. Wa'a. Laka. Marawa. Bamala. Wa.
Balamawan.
Bala Mawan. Waya Ra'a. Ata. Kasa. Pawa. Wata.
Waha.
Waha. Keep forgetting this one.
No.
Waha Naha. Hawa A. Bapa Ya. Amata Ka. Ta Wa.
That's it. Well, you got 28. Read 28.
Verse 28.
Go ahead, read 28.
Okay. Waya Mara. Allah. Aka. Yawa. Tawashabi.
No. That's Ha Washab.
Hawashab. Kasapaya. Waga. It's like
Wagum.
Hada.
That's a no. Hana.
Hanaha. Ba'ama. Ta. Kamaya.
Kamathaya.
Waya Taza'a. Labayam.
Remember the square in there? That's a ma. Okay.
Ma.
So laba'am.
Laba'am.
Labama. There you go. Okay. Go ahead.
Wabaka. Ra. Da. Wa. Ayasha. Allah. Akaya. Wa. La Amara. Maha. Za'ata.
Za'af.
Za'af. Aishaha. Allaha. Ya. Ma.
Oh, but go back to Aisha. That's Aisha, like done. The word done.
Done.
Like Aisha, like almost like your name.
Come. Aisha.
Or just Aisha.
Aisha. Allaha. Ya. Ma.
You said Allahayam.
La.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
That's it. That's it, sir.
Most High Christ, get that brother a hand, man. All right, we're going to go to the English.
Con, sir. Where we at? 20, is it 22? Yeah, 22. Genesis 22 and Genesis 42 and 22, King James Version of the Bible. And Reuben answered them, saying, Spake I not unto you, saying, Do not sin against the child, and ye would not hear.
So Reuben is doing what brothers do when they get into trouble. See, I told y'all.
Yeah.
I told y'all.
Right.
I told y'all not to do anything wrong to the child. Did y'all listen? Nah, look at us now.
Yeah.
Looking stupid. Go ahead.
Come, sir. Do not sin against the child, and ye would not hear. You won't hear.
So y'all ain't listening to me.
Right.
Now look at us. Now we all out here looking stupid.
Come.
Go ahead.
Therefore, behold, also his blood is required.
Now they're thinking that.
Uh-oh.
Now they think that one of them has to die to repay back that blood that they spilled on their brother. Because they think he's dead. Well, Reuben thinks he's dead. Reuben doesn't know he's alive. Remember, Reuben just came back. When Reuben came back, the boy was gone. Or was that? Yeah, that was Reuben. When he came back, he thought the boy was dead. Like, what y'all done did to him?
Right.
So now Reuben is saying somebody's blood has to be spilled also to repay back the death of Joseph. Go ahead.
And they knew not that Joseph understood them.
Right, they're speaking a different language. And they don't know Joseph sitting up the whole time understanding everything that they said.
That's right. I was going to say that. Oh, Slocky, sir. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say that a while back when he said it, and they expected like because he was speaking to him. You know, and didn't it dawn upon them that this man speaking Hebrew to me?
Nah, but he was speaking. No, they had to have an interpreter because you got to understand something. Joseph is listening to them speaking.
No, I'm saying back when we just read, when Joseph was actually speaking to them, he spoke Hebrew. So he could speak face to face to them.
I'm not sure because, you know, if they're speaking and they don't know Joseph understands what they're saying, you know what I'm saying? That means that they would have to be speaking in Hebrew, you know, because you got to understand Joseph is pretty fluent on what Egyptians spoke back then. But that'd be something good to get counsel on to ask that question for Monday's class for General.
Because when I go like that, verse 42 and 7 says, and Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them, but made himself strange and
he made it
strange unto them.
And why would he be strange upon them?
And spake roughly unto them.
Yeah, he has to be speaking something else that's strange to them. He's not speaking the same language. He couldn't be speaking the same language.
And then he said, whence come ye? And they said, from the land of Canaan to buy food. So they spoke to him.
But read what they said about him, though. Read when they were talking, and they didn't know that.
Verse 8?
Yeah, read that.
And Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew him not.
Read when they was talking to each other.
And Joseph remembered the dreams which he dreamed of them, and said unto them, ye are spies.
Not that one. The one where they were talking to each other and they said Joseph understood what they were saying to each other.
Oh, you mean what we were just reading?
Right.
Oh, okay. Lock yourself. And he said unto them, brethren, let's lock it. Verse 22. And Reuben answered them, saying, spake unto other than not, saying, do I not sin against the child? And ye would not hear. Therefore, behold, also his blood is required. And they knew not that Joseph understood them.
So Joseph is listening to them talk. They had to be talking a different language. But Joseph understood them.
Okay, sir.
Joseph just sitting there like, these niggas don't even know that I understand what they're saying. They just sitting there. They think that they're having a conversation amongst each other that Joseph doesn't understand. But he's just sitting there like, these boys just, look at you. Like, think about it. Like, let's say that we're having a conversation. Let's say you got. Go ahead.
So you're saying that he had to speak in Egyptian. He couldn't speak the Hebrew. He had to speak African. That's basically what it is.
Because he has to keep their customs.
He had to keep the customs, right?
You know what I'm saying?
So I can understand that.
So now he's speaking Egyptian, and they probably got somebody who's interpreting what he's saying.
Well, it says it right here. And they knew not that Joseph understood them, for he spake unto them by an interpreter. Verse 23.
Think about it. Imagine you sitting up there, right? Let's say you in Korea and we speak Hebrew, but we think that the Koreans don't speak Hebrew. And the whole time we speaking amongst each other in Hebrew, but the person sitting up there, he's just listening like, these niggas don't know, I understand what they're saying.
God.
And now they having a whole conversation about what they did to him. About what they did to Joseph. And Joseph is right here in front of him. And now they're having a conversation about what they did to him. About how they wronged their brother. And he's just sitting there listening to them have this conversation.
That's like, sir. Joseph is pretending to not understand them so he can keep his cover undercover. They use an interpreter in Africa like, okay, I don't know what y'all niggas talking about, but I do know what y'all talking about.
He's very wise, too, because you got to think about it. Imagine what would have happened if you would have just said, hey, they're my brothers right there, how everybody would have felt, or how Pharaoh would have felt, you know what I'm saying? He's being very wise on this situation. He's just playing along with it, you know what I'm saying? He's playing right along with it. And think about how his brothers feel, because they don't know that the vice. Imagine you sell your brother in slavery, you come back to a land. Let's say you sell your brother to like the Koreans. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you come to Korea, it's some brother that's up there, but he looks like a Korean. He doesn't speak no lick of Hebrew or nothing. And you got to come to him to ask him for bread. But he's saying things and they're interpreting it to you. Everything he's saying is harsh. And then we start speaking Hebrew to each other, and then the brother there understanding what we're saying the whole time. But he's still speaking harsh words to you. Like he's talking horrible to you. He's telling you to bring your little brother to me so we can meet your little brother, but you don't even know that this is your brother. You know, think about how they're feeling on the inside. They terrified. Like, damn, he wants us to go back and get our little brother and bring him to him, but he thinks we're spies. This man gonna kill all of us.
Come on, sir.
I mean, that's what I would think.
Joseph kept his cover by letting an Egyptian say, now you go ahead and speak Hebrew to them, but you talk to me back in African or Egyptian, I'm sorry.
Right.
And it says, in verse 20, that's what I'm thinking, sir. That's what you're saying.
No, that's exactly what he's doing. He has an interpreter.
God.
You know what I'm saying? He has somebody interpreting what he's saying to them. You know what I'm saying? He, like you said, he just continued to play along with it.
He kept his cover, yeah.
Go ahead.
He had them all befuddled, didn't he? And verse 23, and they knew not that Joseph understood them.
Yeah, they didn't know Joseph. That whole time, their vice president up there, standing up there, they don't know he understands everything that they're saying.
God.
Go ahead.
And they knew not that Joseph understood them, for he spake unto them by an interpreter, and he turned himself about from them and wept and returned to them again.
Right, so he got up and he left, and he cried because his brothers are sad. You know, they're thinking about how they did their brother, and they're sad about the situation. Imagine you having to see your brothers come to you in a horrible condition. It's no food in their land. They're starving. You know, they don't got older. You got to understand, Joseph was 17 when he got put into slavery. So imagine how old they were. They were way older than him. They might have been in their 30s then. So imagine they were in their 30s. They probably in their 40s or their 50s. And he's 30. He's looking at his brother. They don't became old men, older men, not just old, but older. You know what I'm saying? Because we lived a lot longer back then.
Oh, God.
So they don't came to him, and now they're feeling regret. They're feeling sorrow for what they done for him. So imagine how that makes him feel on the inside. He's emotional. You know what I'm saying? He's, you know, it made him cry because his brothers are truly sorry for what they done. And he can look and tell that they meant it. This wasn't no Christian thing. I'm sorry. This is, yeah, we messed up, y'all. We truly messed up when we sold our brother into slavery. And Reuben's reminded him, I told y'all not to do any sin to that young boy. I told y'all.
That's right, sir.
And now they all just sitting there with that face. You know that we all know that face.
That's right.
When you are confounded, you just, I don't even want to do the face. You know what I'm saying?
A blah face.
Right, that face where you just, you know, you messed up, kind.
You know you messed up, right?
Yeah, you know you messed up. You know what I'm saying? That face. We know that face. Somebody, what they say, you got to get some tissue for them. You got that face. Go ahead, cause you got it.
Verse 24. And he turned himself about from them and wept and returned to them again.
Go ahead. And then he came back to him. You know what I'm saying? You got to imagine, you ain't seen your brothers in what? How many years? 13 years? And then you see your brothers again. You got to understand, Joseph had been through a lot. He was in prison. He got falsely accused. You know what I'm saying? He got sold into slavery. You know, he went through hell, and then he sees his brothers. He's happy, but he's sad at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's a rush of emotions, man. Go ahead.
And he turned himself about from them and wept, and returned to them again, and communed with them, and took from them Simeon, and bound him before their eyes.
Right, so he took Simeon, and he bound him. Meaning, like, he pretty much put him in handcuffs. And he did that in front of them. So imagine how they feel now, seeing their brother get bound in front of them, man. Like, now, only thing you could think of, like, boy, this is real. We got to go back and get our brother because he just put Simeon in chains.
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
Then, verse 25, then Joseph commanded to fill their sacks with corn.
Right, so he filled their sacks with corn. He gave them food, and he's sending them back too. Go ahead.
And to restore every man's money into his sack.
And he gave them their money back.
Come.
He gave them corn and everything and didn't give them their money back.
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
And to give to them provisions for the way. And thus did he unto them.
Right, so he did all of these things for them. He was very generous with his brothers, man. He gave them everything that they had back, their money and everything. Go ahead.
Verse 26, and they laded their asses with corn.
Right, and they put corn on all of their asses and donkeys and sent them on their way. Go ahead.
And they laded their asses with corn and departed thence. Verse 27, and as one of them opened the sack to give his ass provender in the end, he expired his money, for behold, it was in the sack's mouth.
So now the money's in there.
Right.
You got to think about how they feel. They look in there, they see the money in there. Only thing you can do is just, oh, snap, he put the money back in there. You know, he don't put our brother in chains, and he gave us our money back for our food. Something ain't right, man. Go ahead.
And he said unto his brother, my money is restored. Lo, it is even in my sack. And their heart failed them, and they were afraid, saying one to another, what is that God Most High have done unto us?
Right, so now they're scared, because you think about it. This man put he put one of your brothers in chains. He gives your money back to you, but then he tells you, you know, only way I'll believe y'all that y'all are not spies is if you bring your little brother back to me. And then he puts one of your oldest brothers in chains, then your money's back in your case, your food and everything. Like their mind is all over the place. Somebody about to have a nervous breakdown.
Sir.
There's too much going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's right.
He takes Simeon, he put him in chains. He wants us to bring Benjamin back. He didn't take none of our money. He thinks we're spies. It's like your mind's all over the place, man. Go ahead.
That's it, sir. Go.
It's 10:42.
Okay.
We'll do a little more English.
In the Bible? In English? Okay, come, sir. Verse 29. And they came unto Jacob, their father, unto the land of Canaan, and told him all that befell unto them, saying, the man who is the Lord of the land spake roughly to us, and took us for spies into the country.
Right. So now they're telling their father about what happened. They like, yo, we went to the land, and you know the man over the land, he thinks that we're spies, man. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Verse 31. And we said unto them, we are true men. We are no spies.
Right. And he's telling their father that we told him that we're not spies. Mm-hmm. You know, we explained to him that we are not spies as he perceived us to be. Go ahead.
We be 12 brethren, sons of our father. One is not, and the youngest is this day with our father in the land of Canaan.
All right, so they told their father how they explained to him everything. Like, listen, it's 12 of us, but one of our youngest brothers is at Canaan with our father. Go ahead.
Verse 33, and the man, the Lord of the country, said unto us, hereby shall I know that ye are true men. Leave one of your brethren here with me, and take food for the famine of your households, and be gone.
Right, and now they told their father how he sent them back with the food. And go ahead.
And bring your youngest brother to me, then shall I know that ye are no spies.
And he said, bring your youngest brother, and it's the only way I'm going to know that y'all not spies.
Right.
Go ahead.
But that ye are true men, so will I deliver you your brother, and ye shall traffic in the land.
Right, so this is the only way this is the only way. Now they're telling their father, who's in old age, who already has lost one son, they're telling him how this man over the land said, bring the youngest of your brothers, and this is the only way I know that y'all not a spy. Go ahead.
And it came to pass as they emptied their sacks that behold, emptied their sacks. Dang. And it came to pass as they emptied their sacks that behold, every man's bundle of money was in his sack. And when both they and their father saw the bundles of money, they were afraid.
Right, even their father was afraid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this man gave them all their food back to them. He gave all their food back to them.
Mm-hmm.
He gave them all their money, and he gave them food, and he sent them on their way. But he also has one of their brothers bound in front of them. You know, they think Simeon's in jail right now. So you think about how you would feel if you look in your sack, you see all your money, your food. You know, the first thing you think is, hey, they gonna kill us, man. Like, they don't want nothing from us. They just probably want us dead. That's what I would assume. I'd be assuming the same thing. Like, they don't send us back with the money, the food. They got Simeon. Simeon probably already dead, and now they want us to bring Benjamin. Like, man, what we done did wrong, man? Like, you know, what's going on? But this is what they don't understand. This is what Jacob don't understand. They don't understand. He doesn't know what their sons have done. They don't know that, you know, they sold their brother into slavery. He doesn't know this. So Jacob is just thinking like, you know, this has to be a punishment from the Most High upon us. Go ahead.
And Reuben spake unto his father, saying, slay my 2 sons.
Damn. He told his daddy, kill my sons.
Wow.
Kill my sons. That's how honorable Reuben was. Reuben was like, listen, Pop, kill my 2 sons. Go ahead.
If I bring him not to thee, deliver him into my hand, and I will bring him to thee again.
He said, if I don't bring back Benjamin, you kill my sons.
Right.
Go ahead.
And he said, my son shall not go down with you.
Right, and he's telling him, he was like, no, man, I'm not sending my son down there with y'all. I don't give a crap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sending. Hey, all right, Simeon, sorry, but I'm not sending my son down there, man. Go ahead.
My son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead.
Right, so he still thinks Joseph is dead. You know what I'm saying? Because Joseph and Benjamin got the same mother and the same father. And so the last thing he wants is to lose another son, man. Another son, you know, he had these sons at his old age. And the last thing he wants to do is to lose another son, man. Go ahead.
For his brother is dead, and he is left alone. Wow.
Right, so now he's telling him, he was like, listen, his brother's gone. His brother's dead. And he's all alone. Because you got to understand, Joseph and Benjamin are the youngest sons that come from Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? They're the youngest sons. I'm not too sure on how old Benjamin was at this time, but, you know, they were young. They were the youngest sons. Same mother, same father. Go ahead.
If mischief befall him by the way in which ye go, then shall ye bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave.
Right, you're going to bring me sorrow in my old age, man. Like, I'm already old. The last thing I need now is to lose another son in this old age. Like, this is going to destroy me, man. Any comments, anything up? You had some comments?
No, that was, I was just going to say that was it on that. So that's well, I mean, unless you want to keep reading on chapter 43.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit of 43 and then we'll get ready to close it out.
Chapter 43. And the famine was sore in the land, and it came to pass when they had eaten up the corn which they had brought out of Egypt.
Right, so the famine was so bad that they ate all this corn that they had.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? They already ate all that corn. All that corn that they had, that corn is gone. Go ahead.
Man. Had eaten up the corn which they had brought out of Egypt. Their father said unto them, go again.
Damn. Father said, that niggas got to go back down there.
Hey, yo, man.
I got to go back. Everything you had is gone. And you got to understand, they didn't go back right away. They didn't go back. You got to understand, they still think Simeon is in jail.
God, sir.
Hell, they probably think Simeon dead by now. But now they don't ran out of food. And their father said, look, I got to go back down to Egypt, man. Go ahead.
Go again. Buy us a little food.
Go buy some more food, just a little bit. Go ahead.
And Judah spake unto him, saying, the man did solemnly protest unto us.
And Judah is, hey, think about who Judah is. Judah is the so-called Negro. Judah spoke up. He was like, hey, man. The man said if we come back down, man. If we come back down, then we better have Benjamin.
That's right.
This how brothers is. That's how Judah still is to today. Go ahead.
Protest to us, saying, ye shall not see my face except your brother be with you.
Right. He said that your brother Benjamin has to be with you.
Mm-hmm. And if thou wilt, verse 4, if thou wilt send our brother unto us, we will go down and buy the food.
Right. And they said the only way we're going to go buy this food, you got to send Benjamin with us. Or else we're not going down there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But if thou wilt not send him, we will not go down.
We will not what?
We will not go down.
Yeah, they ain't going down unless Benjamin coming with them. Because they told their father, man, this man over this land, he was horrible with us, man. He was very rough with us. And if we go down there empty-handed without what he wants, he probably going to kill us too. Go ahead.
That's right. For the man saith unto us, ye shall not see my face, except your brother be with you.
Right. They got to have their brother with them, man. He has to be with them. Or else he don't even want them to see his face. You can go ahead.
And Israel said, wherefore dealt ye so ill with me, as to tell the man whether ye had yet a brother?
Now Joseph Jacob why'd y'all even tell him y'all had a little brother? Why are you telling that? You know what I'm saying? Think about how we are today. Like, man, why you even open your mouth to say that?
Right.
You're supposed to just go down there and get some damn bread, but you don't told them, look, man, it's 12 of us, and we got another little brother. Like, y'all talk too much. Why you tell them you got another brother? Go ahead.
And they said, the man asked us straightly of our state.
And he said, the man asked us blatantly where y'all from.
Yeah.
Y'all spies? What's going on? And really, they were scared, man. That's all it was. They were scared, man. You know, you in front of the vice president. He's asking you where you from, and then he tells you spies. You gonna come clean.
Come.
Go ahead.
And they said, the man asked you straightly of our state and of our kindred, saying, is your father yet alive?
Right. Go ahead.
Have ye another brother? That's a question. And we told him according to the tenor of these words.
So they just letting their father know, like, we just answered this question. Because Jacob is heated right now. He's like, why you telling me you even had a brother? And they just telling him, we just answered the question, Pop. We just answered what he told us. This is the vice president. You want us to do what? Lie to him? He already think we spies. So imagine if we lie to him, what's going to happen? We going to come back in a body bag. Go ahead.
The tenor of these words, could we certainly know that we would say, bring your brother down?
Right. They said
that he would say, I'm slacking, sir.
Right. They just letting them know, like, we didn't know that he was going to say these things. We didn't know he was going to tell us to bring our brother.
And Judah said unto Israel, his father, send the lad with me, and we will arise and go, that we may live and not die.
Right. They telling their father, man, just send him with us, man. Go ahead and send our little brother with us, and we going to bring him back, man. We all going to live if he comes with us. Go ahead.
Both we and thou, and also our little ones.
Yeah, because everybody has kids right now, man. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to figure out a way how to get this thing to go through, man. Go ahead.
And I will surely, verse 9, and I be surety for him. Of my hand shalt thou require him. I will bring him unto thee. and set him before thee. Then let me bear the blame forever.
He said, put the blame on me. And was that it on it? Was it the last scripture?
Not necessarily. I mean, we're in chapter 43. Well, we can. I mean, you know.
Yeah, we'll let that be the last one.
Okay.
We'll just pick up where we left off at.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bit of Israel.
So.
All right. You can blow the shofar.
That's La Yasharala.
La Yashala.
All
right. Scrolls. All right, men of Israel. We're going to prepare to salute the scrolls. All right. Yahweh Hashem Yahshabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
I'll turn the other way, sir.
Yeah. He gonna hold it because that's why he sees it.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshabrak Yah.
All right, men of Israel, Sar. We're going to turn and face the east.
Okay.
We're going to begin with the Lord's Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer. Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Bashamayim,
Bashamayim,
Wadash,
Wadash,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Alaphthka,
Alaphthka,
Thaba'ah,
Thaba'ah,
Atazayka,
Atazayka,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Ba'arataza,
Ba'arataza,
Awa,
Awa,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Ashamayim,
Ashamayim,
Athan,
Athan,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Nakam,
Nakam,
Paul,
Paul,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Wasalakanawa, Nawawapyanawa, Asalakanawa, Nawawapyanawa, Wala'ah, Taba'ayanawa, Anasayawan, Awashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Malakwath, Hala, Bathaparth, Lawalamyam, Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debtors.
Forgive us our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
Lead us not.
Lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom.
The power.
Power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Amen. The water. Hakak to power. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem
Babu
Yahushua.
Kasha.
Babu Kasha.
Natalanawa.
Natalanawa.
Hakak.
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 Larpa'a.
Larpa'a.
Kamalaka.
Kamalaka.
Wakal.
Wakal.
Marawa.
Marawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazorium.
Hamatazorium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakwim.
Lahakwim.
Hamatyum.
Hamatyum.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Rakawath.
Rakawath.
Hamatala. Lagarshim.
Lagarshim.
Hashem Yahushua. The water.
The water.
Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
Power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Water. Bless Israel. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushua. Rakanawa. Washarala. Wayabayah. Saparium. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magan. Hagan. Hashem Yahushua. The water. Amen.
What we just said in the English was,
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school.
And the school.
Bless, heal, shield, protect.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect.
Our loved ones.
Our loved ones.
In the name of Yahushua.
Name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Awariam, Ayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Asha, Shemayim, Warataza, Ayathan, Namawat, Magalyaka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Ana'Allah, Yanaam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Yashamar, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Ayad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Walayala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Kalrai, Shamar, Af, the Pashka, Yahweh, the Shamar, Tazaatka, Wabawatka, Ma'atha, Wa'id, Alawam.
What we just said in the English was, I will lift up my eyes.
Lift up my eyes.
To the hills.
To the hills.
Whence come my help?
Comes my help.
My help comes from the Yahweh.
My help comes from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to
He
be
will not
moved.
suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that
Keepeth thee not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel.
he that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by
day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
This time forward
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Water. Psalms 83. Alahayim, Al-Damayah, Laka, Athakarash, Wa'al, Vashikwat, Kayahana, Ayobadyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Makah, Yariwanka, Sawada, Wayatha, Yatazawa, Atazawa, Yawanyaka, Amawa, Lakawa, Manakakadam, Magaya, Wala'ah, Yazakar, Sham, Yasharala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawatazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayalka, Bariath, Yakarath, Yakarathwa, Alahaya, Ahawam, Wa Yashamai, Allah, Yam, Mayawa, Mawaba, Wagariam, Gabal, Mamawan, Mamalak, Palashat, Am Yashabyaka, Tazawar, Gum, Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labaya, Lawat, Sala'ah, Asha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Banakal, Kakwashwan, Nashadmatwa, Bayan, Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, Ladama, Shayathamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Karab, Wayazabah, Wazabak, Wakadazal, Mana'ai, Kal Nasa Yakamwa, Ashar, Amawa, Nasharasha, Lanawa, Af, Na'awaf, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagaya, Kakwash, Lapanya, Raka'ah, Ka'ash, Daba'ar Ya'ara, Wakalaba, Dalahat, Ayaram, Kan, Daradakma, Wasa'araka, Wasaba, Wapathka, Dabahalama, Mala'ah, Panahama, Palawan, Waya, Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Waya, Bahalwa, Ayaid, Waya, Kaparwa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Da'awa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadwa, Al Yawana, Akol, Haratazah.
What we just said in the English was, keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
And
peace.
be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O
Behold
Yahweh.
thy enemies.
Behold thy enemies.
Make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
They that hate
And
thee.
lifted up the head.
And lifted up the
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
They have consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have consulted against thy hidden.
They have said.
They have said,
Come. Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
The name of Israel.
May be no more remembered.
May be no more in
For
remembrance.
they have consulted together.
They have consulted together
With one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee,
The tabernacles of Edom.
the tabernacles of Edom,
And the Ishmaelites.
and Ishmaelites,
Of Moab.
of Moab,
And the Hagarenes.
Hagarenes,
Gabal.
Gabal,
And Ammon.
and Ammon,
And Amalek.
and Amalek,
The Philistines.
Philistines,
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with them.
They are hoping the children of Lot.
They are hoping the children of Lot,
Salah. Do unto them.
do unto them
As unto the
as
Midianites.
the Midianites,
As to Sisera.
as to Sisera,
As to Jabin.
as to Jabin,
At the brook of
and
Kasan.
the brook of Son,
Which perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They came the dung of the earth.
Make their nobles like a reb.
Make their noble like a red,
Like Ze'el.
like Ze'el.
Yea.
Yea,
All their princes as Zabah.
all the princes of Baal,
As Amunah.
and as Amunah,
Who said?
who said,
Let us take to ourselves.
let us take to
The
ourselves
houses of Yahweh in possession.
houses of Yahweh in possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Make them like a wheel.
make them like a wheel,
As the stumble before the wind.
as a stumble before the wind,
As the fire burneth their
and
wood.
the fire that burned the wood,
As the flame set the mountains on
and the
fire.
flame that set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them
With thy tempest.
with thy tempest,
And make them afraid.
and make them afraid
With thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill thy faces with shame.
Fill thy faces with
That
shame,
they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy
O
name.
Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Let them be confounded.
let them be confounded
In trouble.
and trouble
Forever.
forever.
Yea.
Yea,
Let them be put to shame.
let them be put to
And
shame
perish.
and perish,
That men may know.
that men may know
That
that thou,
whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is Yahweh,
Of the Most High.
the Most High,
Over all the earth.
all the earth.
All right. Sorry. Turn back. Put the scrolls back down. All right, men of Israel, we're going to do a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Barak, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barak Adam. All right, dismissed.